Welcome back to Texas Top Homes, where home buying, selling, and financing are all simplified. I'm your host, Freeman Sawyer, and with me as usual is my co-host, Tracy Wiesman. Today, we're visiting with one of Texas top realtors, Rochelle Fitzgerald, from Keller Williams Lake Cities from Garland, Texas. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, Rochelle, why would you say it's important that customers get a true competitive market analysis from a realtor as opposed to getting a estimate from Zillow or one of those companies?
Many people ask that question all the time. In fact, that's probably one of the first things they say to me within the 5-minute conversation is, Zillow said that my house is worth XYZ. And I first want to say congratulations, because I can tell that you are the type of consumer that, wants the truth. I love that. So I'm going to give you guys the truth about how this actually works from the MLS point of view and from the Zillow point of view, okay? Now, when a listing agent sells a home, it is, of course, syndicated out of the MLS into all of these other websites. And so Zillow is one of those syndicated websites.
Sure.
So my listing is going to show up on Zillow, right?
Sure.
And that's fantastic. We thank Zillow for that. But when that property sells and the transaction actually closes, Zillow does not get that information. So they only have how much the home was listed for. They don't have how much it's sold for.
Right.
But on the MLS side, we have to turn in within 3 days of closing out that transaction to say, this is what it's sold for. These are the terms.
And concessions that the seller may have made.
That's correct.
Right.
That's correct. So the MLS is giving true numbers that is pretty quick. It's right then and there.
Accurate.
Right.
The problem with the Zillow is that system is actually flawed.
Mm-hmm.
So I get an email maybe 6 weeks later that says, hey, congratulations, your listing sold. Can you go in and update the property and tell us what it sold for? Well, that number one, that's 6 weeks later. And number two, no, a real estate agent doesn't actually take the time to go to a third-party website and enter in information. It just doesn't happen. So guess what happens on the Zillow site? Their information is flawed. It's not updated. It's not correct. And they don't have the full picture. So when the consumer looks at Zillow and says, my home is worth XYZ, they only see that out of the 20 homes that sold, only 2 properties may have the updated information. And that's how you guys come to this point of it's just flawed.
So they call it a Z-estimate. It should be called a guesstimate at
It
best.
should be called a guesstimate. I love that. But I do go in and update my Zillow, because people go to Zillow and then that's how they see who actually
but you're one of
sold,
35,000. No one's going to.
Well, I use it as a marketing
Sure.
technique because you do go to Zillow.
Sure.
And if you go to Zillow, you need to see who's the top listing agents that are selling homes.
Sure.
So you'll actually see everywhere that I sold homes in the DFW.
Okay.
Nice.
But to use it as a Zillow estimate, that's
Right.
incorrect. I'm just using it to prove to you I sell houses.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Yeah.
More of a referral page than anything. For those folks that want to find you, what's your website?
It's luxurybyfitzgerald.com.
And if they want to call you direct and set an appointment?
Absolutely. 972-244-6600.